So the reason that Doug and I are here together right now is that he and I recently installed a 318 and a 4-speed in a 1970 Plymouth Barracuda Grand Coupe that I bought for Graveyard Motors. I actually tried to sell this car and had no luck selling it 3 times in a row. It's kind of like the V-Code Cuda that I had you do some work to it, get the engine torn down so we could decide if it's a numbers matching block and then put the car back together and sell it. It sold the very first week because it was together in a complete car. This car, after 3 times of not getting it sold, I decided that we would put it together just so it looks like a car, just so it rolls, just so it looks more appealing than a box of bolts. So what's really fun about this is when we were kids, we didn't have the fancy equipment that we have today. If you wanted to hang an engine in a car on your Barracuda case, we used an old oak tree. It was hard to do because you didn't have any equipment. You'd have to jack a car 14 feet in the air, it seemed like, balance it on wheels, tires, pool balls, whatever it was set on, lower it down so you had enough rate. Well, anyway, because we did all those things and because this car is very much like his car was, I thought we would do it old school. Okay, so just remember that we have to keep the car on the ground till the back of the tail shaft of the transmission will clear this. It's around 3 or 3.5 feet, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. Then we move it in, get it over the yoke in a little bit. Then we raise the car up as this thing descends down into the hole. Because this is what we did as kids. And we usually had to do it by ourselves in a carport with a busted up concrete floor or
in a gravel driveway?
There you go. So you guys will notice the rake that this thing has to go in at. This thing is at a pretty damn good angle. And that's the angle it has to go in. So what had happened is if you didn't have that car jacked way up in the air, this is going to hit the floor before it goes in. That's what would happen in my carport. That tail shaft has to go between this firewall and that drag link. It goes right down through there. And then as we start letting it down, we raise up the back of the transmission with a jack and everything goes into place. That's the theory. Isn't that the theory?
That's the theory.
The basic principle behind the way we're doing it is the same as we did when we were 16 years old.
Yes, cherry picker and all.
The only difference was when we were 16 years old, we would spend all day putting the engine and transmission in and all night at the mill camp. 2 in the morning. Remind you of the good old days?
Yes, sir.
Oh, man.
Sure does.
God, we had to go down to Springfield Rentals and rent one.
Uh-huh.
Is that where you got yours at?
Yes. Hauled it home in the pickup. Set
yeah,
it all
I had
up,
to carry mine
it all up.
because I didn't have a pickup.
Yeah.
Yeah, Harold always had pickups. I had a dead dad and a tumor in my foot, so I had to go down there, get the cherry picker. I think they put it all together and left the wheels on it, and we just drug it home by hand, me and Royal. You look back at things a lot more fondly than when you were in them. Oh, remember that time you split your head open in the middle of the field and you had a seizure and they took you to the hospital? Oh, that was great, man. Yeah, that was the best. I ain't never gonna die. Well, no, it wasn't so fun then, but it's funny now. All right, so we have this thing at a pretty good rake. Now we just gotta get it maxed out. Sometimes you have to lift up the back of it like this to go over the yoke, which is fine, we can do that.
Who?
Try. The people that are putting it in, which is you and I.
Well, who's gonna lift up the back end of the transmission?
I can lift it up if it has to. My point was it doesn't need it if it'll go high enough. Isn't that what I said?
Yeah, you said
Okay.
you could lift it up.
We could lift it up. You can be so specific. Everything has to be just worded just right for you when something in your brain tells you. But other times, it's a shotgun blast. You'll walk in here, hey, Mark, where's that CUDA? I don't know, there's 50 of them. Which one are you talking about? The red one. There's 8 of those. But when you want to be, you're as specific as they come.
Well, yeah, when I want my answers, I want my answers.
How are we looking there, buddy?
Pretty good, Mark, pretty good.
Let's try to go in a little bit.
Okay.
Now it's gonna want to do a reverse wheelie.
It's gonna try to tip over. That's what it's gonna do.
Now I'm lifting up a little bit here, so hang on. Keep going.
Keep going, watch your ankle.
All right, we're over the yoke. So folks, if we kept coming in with this tail shaft, it's gonna hit the firewall. Boom, boom. So now we start coming down with it. But as we come down with the whole setup, we have to start shuffling it that way, back underneath the car. So, Douglas,
yes.
Make sure it doesn't wheelie on us.
Okay.
And you can go ahead and start coming down with
Okay.
the machine. Okay, looking good, looking good. And stop there.
Well, how we looking?
Well, other than that, shifter good. We may end up having to back it up a little bit. That shifter may not work. It may and it may not. We'll see here. I don't know that it'll go through that opening.
I'm thinking it won't.
So we're gonna come down some more with this. as we begin to go into the car. At a certain point, we have to raise the car up in the air because the tail shaft's gonna hit the ground. Okay, Douglas, go ahead. Looking good, looking good, looking good. All right, let's try to go back in a little bit. Okay, go ahead and go down a little more.
Okay, here we go.
Yep, looks good, looks good. Okay, back in some more. Okay, now you're cleared the yoke. So now we're gonna keep going down with this. Keep going, heading down. Let's come on in a couple of inches just to clear the pulley, right in that range there. Okay, good. I think that's about where we're gonna be at. So now we're gonna get a jack and jack up the back of the transmission. Imagine doing this as a kid by yourself. This is Graveyard Motors, man. This is old school. You gotta practice what you preach, right? We say we're going back, we're going back.
All the way?
Okay, Doug, that's funny. Remember when you asked me to tell you when you're being awkward?
Uh-huh.
You're being awkward. That whole staring at the camera with the silly grin, not now, in the scene.
Yeah?
That's the same look Kowalski had on his face right before he hit the bulldozers.
Real blank?
Yeah, but happy blank.
That was happy, yeah. That was.
Yeah, that hot spot in your head starting to hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, right there. And now we should be able to go straight back in.
Our distributor is about to hit.
That's why you got to get that back of that transmission up.
Raise the transmission
Yeah,
up.
go ahead and raise the trans up a little more. There you go. That looks good.
Trying to.
Looks good. Okay, let me let the engine down a little bit.
Hold it.
Okay. So back of trans needs to go up a little bit probably, and then the whole thing needs to go straight back in after that probably. So
Yeah.
All right, if we could come back, well, we're up against the distributor right now, so I think the trans could go up
Or drop the engine.
or drop the engine, yeah. Try to drop the engine and see if it'll go. Okay, this one's lined up over here.
This one needs to go back just a touch, which means the transmission needs to go sideways. Whoa, look at that. Look at that.
Got it, just fell down in the hole, look at that.
Right on.
All right,
We did it.
go ahead
Okay.
and get that thing out of here. Okay, I can't reach that because I'm too short. Osgood Slaughter stunted my growth.
Really?
Yep,
Wind it up.
wind it up.
We did it. Look at that.
Okay, so now we need to put the transmission crossmember bolts in. I would go under there with you normally and give you a hand, but I got my new Kolchak shirt on. Remember that?
I do. Very much.
Night Stalker.
Loved him.
Loved him. Okay, there's your two bolts.
Okay. Where's the nuts? Reminded me a lot of my car.
This one here?
Yeah.
Yep, that's why you're here today.
Pretty fortunate, aren't I?
Uh-huh, yeah, you are.
Thank you.
Special. You got that in there yet so we can raise it up in the air and work?
I'm working on it, boss. I'm
Okay.
working on it.
So little cousin Dougie is going to continue to put the transmission crossmember bolts in place.
Marky,
Yeah, Dougo.
jack up the jack a little bit for me,
Well,
buddy.
I'm here to help you in any way I can. You believe that, don't you?
Yeah, I believe you, buddy.
Okay, here's one big old-fashioned American pump.
Oh, that's great.
That good?
Yeah, that's great.
You like that right there?
Yep.
You like that pump?
Well, I'm not quite done.
All right, I'm gonna pump you up.
Okay. All right, right there.
Got it?
Yep.
Got a bolt in it?
Just give me a second, would
Well,
you?
I'm asking a question. I'm not telling you to do
Well,
it.
I'm giving you an answer.
Hold on a second. It's not an answer. That's a statement. Ever tell you about the time Dougie dumped his TM400 over on his back, hit his head, and it was never the same after
Mark
that?
laughed and laughed and laughed. Didn't you, Mark?
Yep. You went bonkers after that. Remember?
Uh-huh,
You moved out of your dad's house and you moved out there to the land,
I saw aliens, right?
the lost land. What was that
Spaceships.
movie? The Lost World?
Uh-huh.
What was it? It's that old horror. Land of the Lost.
Land of the Lost.
Yeah, yeah. 47 people living in one place and not one moral. So, Doug,
Where's our good buddy Royal?
so our job is just about done, just getting the engine transmission set in place. Doug's got to hook up the shifter linkage in the clutch. That's kind of boring. No reason to show that. After that, we're going to cut Brian loose to go ahead and build out the car. This is a used car, so things are just going in. They're not going to be functional. It's just going to look like a car. That's our job.
bolt. Oh, wow, there's a camera down here.
Actually, things went really well. The drivetrain is installed in our car. Did we learn anything?
Yeah.
Just grip shifter has to come off?
Uh-huh.
That's a good thing to learn, isn't it?
Yep, it is.
Whew. Somebody should have had that idea ahead of time. Brian can now start putting that car together so we can get it online and listed for sale, and I will be able to prove my point very soon, which is important, very soon. You can't sit on cars. Cars are real estate. You sit on those things, you lose money every day. It's like these cars sitting in here. That stall's worth money. That stall's worth money. That car's worth money. So we'll move fast on getting that put together and online. Josh is doing great on our 1969 Hemi Charger.
Yep.
4-speed car, beautiful. What color was that car from the factory? F8, that's right. You know the answer, you throw it right out there. That's a real Hemi car, which is good. And what was really cool about that car? What was the neatest part besides being a Hemi and a 4-speed?
You lost me.
That's right. It was a export car.
Really?
Yeah.
From where?
Well, it's from the United States.
Oh, still?
Raise the curtain.
Raise the curtain.
Dim the lights. This is it. We'll hit new heights. And oh, what heights we'll hit.
Are we done?
On with the show. This is it.
Hi, I'm Cousin Dougie. I'm here to tell you to like and leave a comment. Like and leave a comment. Also subscribe. And subscribe to our channel for more videos and full episodes of Graveyard Carz. Did I do it? Oh God.